Yeah, and extending one more week. So hopefully this will continue. Maybe I see that it is going to extend another 2 more weeks till the time the graph comes down. We did not reach to the peak. I'm talking about the entire world. So once that once it reached to the peak and then start coming down, more and more countries will relax and say that okay, now we can release the lockdown. That's my assumption. You know, I
Same
don't
thing
know.
here as well. We've been locked in for like about a month as well, and they extended it for 3 weeks. But it looks like our graph is not coming down anytime. I'm in the UK currently, so yeah, you're in
Yeah,
Dubai.
yeah.
Uh,
Sometimes okay, it is also disappointing. That people, and also we are looking at all that numbers, but we don't scroll to the right hand side. How many number of tests is performed? That we all
yeah,
say, okay, America is badly hit with 700,000 people, but we forget, the last column of that report, which says 4 million people were tested. So out of 4 million, only 700,000 people are identified. And when you go down, you will see that 4 million reduced to 200,000, 300,000. And that's where, somebody has to look into, how do you say that it is that dangerous? I don't know. This is the way I look at it.
yeah.
Um,
I think everything is pretty much every government at the moment is literally struggling to cope with COVID-19. But let's just keep COVID-19 out of the way for now, and let's focus because that's a topic we can all identify with. We can all go through. Hi, Kelechi Wabweze. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Looks like your audio is not connected. You might want to connect your audio. How, Abiye? Can you hear me? Abiye. Nah. All right, guys. I normally give about a couple of minutes for. Can you hear? Can you hear me, Kelechi? You might need to check your settings if you can't hear me. You might need to check the bottom left. It looks like you're on mobile, from what I can see. So I don't know the mobile configuration. Like I'll always tell you, but if it's a computer, it will be on your bottom left side of your screen. You should be able to connect. Yeah. Okay. I can unmute you here, Kalechi. Good.
Yeah,
You can hear me now, can you?
I hear you now.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. How are you doing? Where are you checking in from? Let's just give them a couple of minutes, more people a couple of minutes to join before we.
Okay.
Where are you checking in from? Are you in London or Dubai
Yeah,
or America or
not in London. I'm in Doha, Qatar.
oh Doha? Wow. What time is it over there now? It must be
Yeah, 8 o'clock, 2 after 8.
all right. 6 p.m. here.
Okay, 6 p.m. here.
Yeah. How about Abi? I can't hear you. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can hear us. Right, guys. This webinar, it's just basically um me trying to explain a few things that I figured out in my online business journey. I started online business in 2017, and before I started, you will hear all these reports that many people struggle in online business, and many people don't start businesses and fail. We wonder, why do some people fail? Why do some people succeed? Some people like me as well. I've been struggling with marriage. My first marriage failed. You wonder, why is it that some people are having a very good, successful marriage, and some people, they don't seem to get it to work. And the truth is that nothing is an accident. You just have to. After going through this training with this company, it literally opened my eyes to expand more and read more and understand more. So what I'm going to share with you here today is just a power of knowledge, what I've gained over this period. I've been with them for 3 years now, and see if that can help you do whatever you want to do. Now, this does not only apply to online business. Whether you're into Forex, real estate, it will work for you, but you just need to understand the steps. So I prepared a few slides so I don't, again, how I normally run through these webinars is basically, there'll be questions time towards the end, so that we can, if you have any questions regarding, people have already sent me numerous questions already. So I've got about 7 to 10 questions. I'll try and see if I can cover all of them, but I'll try to keep this baby within 1 hour. Yeah, so I don't keep any of you here waiting that long. So basically, I'm going to share my screen. This is how I normally teach some of my students in online business. So in case if you're wondering how does online business thing work, I might have to be admitting a few people in as well. So I'll be sharing my screen now. You should be able to see my screen now. I guess so. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, good, great. So today's topic is very simple. It's going to be 4 phases of change. If you're going to make any impact in your life, and change your life, whether you want to improve your income, you want to have a successful marriage, you want to, whatever area you want to learn a new skill, you're going to go through some phases. And if you don't know, the reason most people fail or quit in anything is they usually want to know what's ahead of them before they even start.
Yeah.
And they want to know, tell me more before I join, tell me more before I invest, tell me more. They want to know. And that's usually a barrier for most people. Now, when it comes to online business, I normally put a disclaimer. Everything I'm going to share with you here is information purposes. I don't want somebody coming after me tomorrow telling me that Pascal said this. So go and hold Pascal responsible. He's the one that said, no, information simply means take whatever you feel that will be valuable to you, go and apply it, and it will work. Anything you don't like, just throw it away. That's what this disclaimer just simply means. Yeah. So for those of you who might be looking at me, I'll see if I have any technical skills in online business or online marketing. I don't. I will always tell you, I'm just an ordinary guy that started looking for answers to life. I came to London in 2010 from Nigeria. I'm originally Nigerian, Imo State. If you're in Nigeria, you will know that. Age 33. That's usually around the time you make that travel. I left a very good job. I wasn't hungry when I left. I was living in Lekki, if you know Lagos very well. So I came here within 7 years. I saw myself in a very terrible situation. The pictures they painted for me that this is how London is. This is how the Western world is. That was not what I saw. So I started asking simple questions about life. Why do I have to work so hard? Boy, tell me about it. I don't know if you're experiencing what I'm experiencing. I was literally working 3 jobs at some point just to pay bills. I would need to send money back home to parents, to my elderly sisters and my younger sisters, and just to support, I needed to work so hard. So if I want to make trip back home, I need to start saving from January all the way to December. And you do this for a couple of years, you realize you start asking questions, if I turn to 60, will I keep working like this? Something needs to change. This is not the way life is.
Yeah.
So why do you work so hard? And why, during that process, I developed high blood pressure, age 35. That was about the time I was asking myself, like any normal person would say, my father had high blood pressure, so I'm supposed to have it. That's a normal mentality, but that's wrong. This webinar will explain why some things are the way they are. So we see it as a belief, and it becomes part of our DNA, and we don't usually ask questions about it, and we just accept it. So I developed high blood pressure. I asked my dad. My dad said, yeah, take medication. But my dad just said, you're a little bit young to develop high blood pressure. It's for people who are a little bit older. And I didn't realize that I was literally killing myself to death. I was about to kill myself because of the way I was working. I thought everything was money, 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 money. Now, this is the one that freaked me out. Asking for, if I want to travel, take my family away or anything, I'll go and seek permission from my boss before I do that. Now, if I don't know if you're like me, 33 years old, 35, 36, you need to ask permission before you go and take your family, take your wife for a dinner or something, man, there's something not right. I'm not saying this is just simple questions that I started trying to look for the answers. Why do I'm an adult. Why can't I just go and do what I want to do? They say you can't, you need to ask permission. And that's the way the society is. So it's normal. All right. So you do it. Um, Obviously I was divorced, and when you marry, it's just like you never believe, you're not thinking of nobody thinks of divorce or separating when they're going into marriage. It doesn't occur to you. You believe this is going to be the best marriage in your life. You're going to be the best dad, marry this person. So that was where I started. Now, this, you can relate this to any other thing. Why is that some people make so much money and some people make money and they don't keep it? You ask these questions, why is this happening? So I started reading. So the wake up call for me was very simple. When I had my son, I realized I wasn't spending time with him. So I couldn't, that was like, something needs to change. So you begin to look for answers. So I want to stress this. I can't stress this enough. The greatest truths in life are simple. The average guy will walk past it only to come back 10 years, 20 years, sometimes 30 years and realize they heard it several times, but they were just not paying attention. I can't tell you how many times I heard that I need to be patient. I need to learn. I need to retrain myself. I need to read some books. But I never went and got those books. I never went and invested in those training. I never did that. Only to come back 7 years down the line, what they were telling me 10 years ago or 7 years ago, that's what I was supposed to do. So if I had started 7 years ago, by now I would have been further away. Some people go there through their entire life, they don't make any changes. They think that's just the way it is. Then you can't really blame anybody for that. That's the way life is. Some people change, some people don't. Now, this is the very simple thing here. This is the solution. It's not complicated. It's by Elle Nightingale. I got into this online training. They were teaching personal development. I've never heard of personal development and all that before. So I started researching more, doing my own work. I was very aggressive in the training. I was learning. So I came across this audio. You can Google it. It's free on YouTube. You can Google it after the webinar. It said, Elle Nightingale said, the strangest secret in the world is you will become what you think about. Now, if that's so true, the simple question is, I asked when I heard this the first time, I said, does that mean I am not thinking? What is really thinking? Now, you now need to understand the difference between mental activity and thinking. Some people might be having a mental activity. They think they are thinking. They're not thinking. So again, he revealed another secret, which was what make most people fail in business. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So what he's saying is success could be subjective to anything. It could be you in marriage, you're not happy having a happy marriage. It could be you're in a job, you're not fulfilled in that job. It could be your health is not great the way you want it to be, but you just don't understand why you ended up this way, why you're not having that. He said very simple, for you to succeed, it's very simple. It's a progressive, it's just like a journey. I'll put another slide here. It's like, this is where you are, this young lady here, and this is the goal. Maybe happy income, this. As long as you know where you are and you know where you're going, you are successful. Most people think being successful is when they reach this goal, destination, they become successful. Success starts with you here. The day you make a decision that you are going to change, that is when, and you're never going back. Because that's success. That's the day you change. It's not the day you hit $1 million. Because success is something like, from my experience, let me give you an example with income now. Let's say, for my experience, the first time I started online business, my goal was to learn how to make money online. Then I made money online. That means I became, in my mentality, I was already successful there. But I realized it was only $20 and I spent about $2,000 to make that $20. So I need more. So I shifted the goal. But I didn't go back and say, I've lost money, this business. I shifted the goal forward and started, how can I make $1,000? So I put some things together, made it $1,000. I said, how can I make $5,000? How can I make $10,000? How can I make 80,000? How can I make? Every time you set a goal, you're constantly going in that direction. Because you will always hit that goal. You will always be evolving as a human being. It doesn't matter who you are. You will always be evolving. This is a very simple concept. So to go through this process, whether it's, let's say, for instance, the first goal is to make a couple of grand online, you have to understand the stages of consciousness. Because, but before you start going through these stages, there are one simple question you have to understand. If you were on the call last week, or no, not last week, last 2 weeks, I mentioned to them that before you go from a goal to your destination, it's like you trying to go from London to Manchester. If you like, you're going to London to Manchester or without a map. That's what most people do. Let's say you've not been on this journey before. You've not gone through this sort of training destination. You need a map to get here. It's how can you drive from, let's say, if you're checking in from United States, North Carolina to Boston without a map. It's like if you're in Nigeria, how can you drive from Lagos to Imo State without knowing the map? It's crazy. You'll just be going around in circles. You might end up dying before you spend the rest of your life just trying to achieve this thing. So to get to here, the fastest way is to get a map. But in life, that is called a mentor. But nobody ever teaches us this. It's very simple. But for you to have a mentor, you have to be willing, you have to understand who are you listening to. You have to answer this question because sometimes you could get somebody to guide you, but you're still listening to yourself. This is very critical here. There's a diagram I shared last week about positive thinking, your paradigms, and your feelings, how you think. Nightingale said, you will become what you think about. Don't forget that it's the thinking. Now, you think something with your conscious mind, but here is your paradigm. It's like a soil. You keep planting. It's where we plant things that is rooted in ourselves. But here, whatever you think something, it causes you to have a feeling. The feeling causes you to take an action. And that action produces the result. What you're looking to change is, this is where your happy home is. This is where your $1,000 online is. It's not inside of you, it's outside. So, but we think our problem is outside, but the problem is inside. So we are focusing on the wrong thing. So let's go back here again. For you to set a goal, for you to get to wherever, you need to understand how to set a goal. Your mentor should be somebody, whether it's in Forex, that has achieved this goal. So they know the steps. Imagine like as if there is water under here. And you can't, but this is like river, but under this river, there are sharks under here that can eat you if you fall into it. But there is like stones under the water. You can't see it when you're looking at this water, but the mentor knows that this part is like you put your one foot here, you put another foot here, you put another foot here, that's how the mentor will guide you to get to this goal. Most of us try to walk this part on our own. Sometimes we fall inside the water. If we are lucky the shark is not there at that time, we get back up and we carry on. It's a bit hard. That's why most people quit, because they don't get a guide. Whether it's Forex, online marketing, it's the same thing. Find somebody who has achieved, who is now, there are different mentors. I'm not going to go into that in more detail, but there are people that can deceive you, and there are people that mentors that push people down to go up, to take themselves up, and there are mentors that pull people up, and that takes them up as well. Does that make sense? There's a way human beings are. That might be a training for another day, but you have to be in the Bible. It said, "By their fruits you shall know them." So find somebody who has a proven track record of helping people get to this destination. Then you are have a much more guarantee of getting here yourself in your lifetime. So in order for you to go from here, walk with somebody that's your mentor, you have to be humble. This is why I just put this: humble yourself before the Lord. Not necessarily that the mentor is your God or anything. It's just somebody that guides you. It's somebody that guides you. It becomes like your friend, your mate, your somebody that wants the best out of your family, for somebody that wants the best out of you can sense when you have that sort of a relationship with that person. It becomes like your whole family knows them and you know their family. But these people, these days, due to the way the social media is, it's very hard for us to find people. Now, let me walk you through the 4 phases and how it looks like. Now, this quote here is: direction is far more important than speed. Many are going fast. No, many are going nowhere fast. Most people want to change their life. They see online training, blah, 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 blah. They rush into it as if I want to make money overnight. I want to make money. Tell me how long it's going to take me to make money. Tell me how much I need to invest. None of that shit matters if you understand what I'm sharing with you. Because if you understand, it takes time. Success takes time for you to go from here to here. Anything good, nothing good comes easy. You have to pay the price for it. If somebody's pitching you, telling you this is easy, you can get it done within this week, it could be possibly true, but that's based on their own perception. I'm not going to go into perception, but that's why I said you have to find somebody that is not misleading you. Because if I coach 300 people how to ride a bicycle, all of them are not going to get the same result at the same time. Some people will learn it within 1 week. Some people will take them 3 months, but it's the same bicycle. And so you understand that human factor that comes into it. So when you start going through the 4 phases of consciousness, this is unconscious incompetence. This is where you are not aware you have a problem. There are some people, they are in their marriage, they are struggling, they argue with their spouse every day, they drink late at night, they don't know why they are doing that. They're not aware, they just feel that their wife is their problem. They want to marry another woman, they just want, or they want to marry another husband, just vice versa. They don't understand it. That person is constantly blaming everybody else for their problem, but they're not blaming, they don't see anything wrong with what they are doing. So what that simply means, that person is simply not taking responsibility, and it's just the way it is. That's the way that person sees life. I can guarantee you this, anybody on this category, I don't believe anybody on this call will be on this category, but you will know people that behave in a certain way. They have a drinking problem, they have a relationship problem, the money problem, they don't save money enough, and they know they have this problem, but you try to help them, but they just keep doing that same thing. It's automatic. They don't know when they are doing it. They said in the Bible, do not judge so that you shall not be judged. So just leave that person that, in my opinion, they pretty much need a little bit more life experience. So that brings us to the next step. If you're gonna make this transition, get here. You will need to get from here, move over here. At some point in our life, we have all been unconscious, incompetent. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what we were doing. So we have been at that stage at some point. Now, this is conscious incompetence. You're aware that things are not normal. That's probably me asking these questions. You understand what I'm saying? Why do I have high blood pressure at the age of 30, 35? Why am I not? Why don't I have ask? Why do I have to ask permission to go on holiday? Why are so many people married unhappy? Why is this? Why am I divorced? You're asking all these questions. Why am I not earning good money? That's when you enter this state. That's when I was in this state. I was blaming my ex-wife then. I was blaming everybody. But every now and then, I have this gut feeling inside me that life can change. Things, because it doesn't matter whether you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or anything. You still pray. You believe that there's some God universe out there that is catering for you. So you ask, you have this feeling inside you that things can get better. You always nudge, you wish, you pray, you hope that one day you find the jackpot that will wake you up, basically. But you struggle to change. You can't seem to make that change. You still don't struggle. Usually what wakes people up is, you normally hear, you see it's just the way it is, and you leave it to God. Sometimes you pray. I can tell you now, I'm not going to compete with anybody, but when it comes to praying and fasting and all these things that we're supposed to do according to our religion, different religions, just to stay in line with God, I was pretty much on it. But it didn't cut the eyes for me. I saw a lot of people were going to church and they were struggling. What is the problem? There's something not right. Is God not answering my prayers? Have I done anything wrong that I don't know? So this is you being in this state. You're conscious of the problem that you have, and you're constantly thinking of ways to change it. But you are still not aware. You are not incompetent to change. Sometimes you do some things right, and sometimes it doesn't go all right. So you're operating on semi-automatic. Now, to snap out of this state, you have to either make a firm decision that you're going to move forward without going back. This is not guesswork. You just have to accept. I think I am 33 now. I think I'm 40 now. I think I'm 50 now. All these years have not worked. There's something I don't know. I need to change. Then you go into that humility state, that humble state, and you start learning. Now, this is a very important state for anybody that is going to make change. It's manual. Remember, what did Elle say? You become what you think about. You have to consciously monitor your thinking at this level. You can't allow. Let me give you an instance. This how this works. You're thinking every action. Through every action you're doing, you're thinking it through. Let me give you how this works. Let's say, for example, when you want to drive, first time, I don't know if you drive car or you ride a bike. The first time you want to drive a car, you're thinking about shifting that gear. You're pushing the clutch. Manual. You're pushing the clutch. You're putting the gear. You're steering the wheels. You're looking at the people on the road. Your thought is like everywhere. You're trying to calculate everything so you don't kill the people on the road, or you don't kill the people you're carrying in the car, even the person that's coaching you. So that's how this state is. You just have, but it's constant through repetition. Remember, this is like a sword in your life. This is what is controlling you. This is what giving you the result that you don't want. You need a new one. So the only way, you need to replace what has been stored here with a new one. And you only do that through repetition. Constantly doing something over and over and over again. So that brings you start taking responsibility. If your spouse is not speaking to you, or you understand communications is breaking down, you're thinking of how can you solve it, not looking for a problem. Don't worry, I'm going to send you this. I'm going to record it and send it to you. I see you're taking pictures.
Thank you.
I'm recording it. I believe I am. Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, so you're thinking this through, and obviously you're taking responsibility. You're building a new belief. You are building a new belief in your subconscious mind. And as you believe, you remember there's a Bible, I'm a Christian. Every time I say this thing, it just triggers in my head. It's something that has, it's not that I'm a pastor. I'm not a pastor, in case if you're wondering where I'm grabbing all this from. It's just that when they said, raise a child in the way of the Lord so that he never departs from him. So my mom used to take us to church when we were very young, although she's passed away now. Yeah, so you're building a new belief here. That's what it is. You're conscious and you're aware. Now, this is you cannot get to this state without going through the states. This is where you're unconscious. You're not worried about what you're doing. Wake up with time you wake up in the morning. You're not worried about the words that comes out of your mouth. But everything you're doing is just giving you the outcome. Your children are eating healthy food. You're doing your right exercise. You're doing everything in your power to create, and it's creating the outcome effortlessly. This is the state everybody you want to get in. This is where this is your goal. Remember, this is your goal. It's not literally the $100 million. It's your actions here. Get yourself, wake up at the right time. If you know success, listen, let me drive the success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
Yeah.
You want to go from here, maybe you want to you're overweight here and you want to lose weight and get to lose 10 kg here. So success is you wake up here and you start doing the exercise here. So you start winning already. So until the point every morning you wake up at a particular time, you just know that you need to do exercise. So if you keep doing that over a period of time, you will get here. It will be automatic for you here. You wake up in the morning, you understand, or you think I need to do exercise this morning. But remember, the old paradigm will always kick in. This old paradigm here will kick in and tell you, you can rest today. Why not eat one? Maybe you want to eat rice, and your trainer, your mentor tells you, no, reduce carbohydrate, eat more protein. And your wife that evening prepares carbohydrate for you. And you realize, you don't want to make your wife happy, so you sacrifice that for your health. Now, this is in control. That's how this works. So you have to have a strong will to make. So if you communicate effectively to your wife, she will prepare you the right food that would help you build a new paradigm and create a new habit that will lead you from wherever you are to your goal. So that's how you take absolute responsibility. You don't blame your wife for giving you that food. If she serves it and you know it's not good for you, or if your husband does something that you know is not good for you, you basically tell politely, communication, remember communication, politely, this is not going to get me this goal in my life. Could you make this better? You put it in a gentle way. But if the old me here will say, why don't you, I told you I want to lose weight. Why are you serving me this type of food? You know, that's the old person. But the new person will be like, understand that this person that you're speaking does not understand that you want to lose weight. You'll be like, you know, I have been working on my weight exercise and all that. This meal will not actually help me, but can you don't worry, I'll make myself something else. Put this one in the fridge and we can eat this later. See, the way you communicate to that person will make that person give you the rights, help you achieve your goals.
Definitely.
This comes from skill. It comes from skill. So, yeah, so that's basically, once you get to this stage, you're confident, you're not worried when you're here and maybe you're 3 months in, your goal is to make 1,000. You're not worried, but you know these actions will lead you here.
Yes.
And that puts you in a relaxed state. And that's really the secret. You just need to be relaxed and enjoy the process. It's very key. This is what I learned in online marketing. So what is it? This is one of the laws that we break. As you sow, so shall you reap. This is a very simple concept. It's not complicated. When X happens, you always see yourself, you say, if I make all the money, then this would happen. If I have the time, I will look at this opportunity. If this happens, no, it's not going to work. Nobody's going to wait for you. Life will not wait for you. Time will not stop because you're not paying attention to your life. None of that is going to happen. You're basically procrastinating because what
Yeah.
is happening here is you are breaking God's law. You can't be a farmer and go to, let's say this is your brain, you're trying to plant something new here. This is a farmer. You go here, you plant one thing in one day and go back the next day and say, where's my crop? You plant corn and say, go back the next day, where's my crop? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You have to give, everything has a gestation period like every plant. If a woman gets pregnant, she needs 9 months to develop the baby. That's standard. Maybe some babies come at least 7 months. It doesn't matter, but we know average is 9 months baby is due. So this is life. You
Hmm.
have to understand that for you to get from here to here, like most people ask, how long is it going to take me to start making money online? No, it's for you to understand this process and start working towards it. Nobody's going to answer that question until you start listening to webinars, until you start attending trainings, until you start doing the work yourself, until you wake up the right time. That's when we know you're going to start changing your life, increase your income online, increase your happy home. Does it make sense? It's very simple concept, but we overlook it. Yeah. So when X happens, Y this up. So this is, you need to understand overcoming fear, because sometimes when you have money or time issue, if it's usually time, it's something that you have to work on yourself. Maybe wake up a little bit early in order to make that happen. So the quickest way to get here is to get a mentor. Find someone to help you do whatever that has this result to help you get your outcome that you want. It's not, don't, I would normally say, some people say if you're 18 years old or 16, you can try and figure out all these steps yourself because you still got time on your side. But boy, I'm 30 and I look at people who are 60, 70, their body is not that great. So if that means I technically have about 20 years to enjoy life. If I keep trying to fall inside all this water here and get beaten by a shark, I might not even reach here before I change my life. So you gotta crush some fears. You gotta learn how to overcome fear. Now, that might be another webinar to explain how to overcome fears and all that. Right. So this is the solution. Ask for help. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Everybody pretty much knows that statement. Start questioning things that you don't like. Begin to ask yourself why. If you look any area of your life you want to improve, whether it's social, happiness, ask yourself why. What do you need to change? Is there something you don't know about yourself that you need to discover? Try and read more books. Like I say, when I usually give out tips, something now my mentor said is, I always say this on every call. You are hearing me, but you are not hearing me. If you notice, I gave you this slide and I gave you a secret here. What was the secret? Go and listen to this on YouTube. That's just all you need to do. Listen to it for 30 days. Your
Okay,
life
I
will
will.
not be the same. That was exactly that's when I got the message. So that was the secret. You don't need the rocket science. This was recorded way back in 1930, 50 something, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. But that's what changed the game for me. When he said the strangest secret in the world is you become what you think about. And I believe that everybody should get their hands on it. It's free on YouTube. Listen to it. And there's an assignment behind it. Do the assignment. Don't just listen. Do the assignment.
I will.
Then to help you get here, I prepared something very simple. It's not complicated. Create your ideal day. You want to go from here to here, right? You want to go from here to here.
Yes.
Remember, here is happy home, increase your income, whatever you can put whatever you like here. It doesn't really matter. Just simple start writing, take a pen and paper and write how you like to wake up in the morning. things that you want to do when you get to when you are here, basically, when you are here, what time would you like to wake up? What kind of food would you like to eat? And start eating it here. That's the goal. So if you want to wake up like me, for example, when I started this, it was tough. Like it sounds easy to listen to, but I'll tell you now, it's tough. But it's something that if you do it, it's gonna change your life forever. When I was working in my delivery job, I wake up by 5:30 to go to work, to get to work by 6. So the only way to change that pattern was to build something part-time. That was why I started our online business, to build something part-time. So to, to, to do that, to get the business going, I asked them, how much time do I really need? Just like that basic question you asked. The guy said to me, the time is not our problem, it's the consistency. You can put in, it's just like, what I mean is you want to lose weight. You can't go to the gym today and lift 150 kg and the weight goes. It doesn't work like that. You can go to the gym for 90 days, just lifting 20 kg every now, different reps. Is that repetition? That's what burns the weight. And you eat the right diet to support yourself. That's what it means, but it's not about the time. When people ask you, how long does it take to start a business? How long is it going to take me to get here? None of that matters until you start doing the exercise that will create this outcome. So always, I have an online business that supported me. I always listen to positive messages every day. He will tell you that same thing in the book. He gives some simple tips to do, and all you just have to do is just keep doing them, and your life will literally change in a year if you can do it. People will look at you and think you're lucky. He said it in the book, and that's if you're looking at me now, you may think I'm lucky. You may think how Pascal is making money online, he's doing that. It's just by following these simple things. Like I said to you in the beginning, the greatest truths in life are so simple. The average guy will walk past it, and you keep praying and you keep fasting. You're looking for the answers everywhere. I'm just giving you the answer here. It's very simple. Listen to this and do the assignment behind that book.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pascal.
Yeah, do the assignment behind that book. Now, that brings us to the summary of this whole presentation. Before I dive into the question, in case you guys have any question, this is one verb or is a quote that changed them. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is wisdom. Once you master others, it's strength. But when you master yourself, it's through power. So everything, you have the power to change your life. You can't wait for the government. You can't wait for anybody to do that for you. It's your responsibility. So just master your behavior and let your behavior change you, move you from here to the goal that you want. Just master your behaviors and let it move you from the way you want. Right. I hope you guys found that interesting, and I'll just dive into the questions right now quickly. I've got some, because I post a lot of content on YouTube. If you don't know me, you guys must have seen me on YouTube, and that's how you subscribe to, or that's how you're receiving my emails and all that. And yeah, so, or maybe you saw this on YouTube. So I'm going to breeze through some questions that I got. This one is from Paul. Thanks for the information. I really want to call you in order to understand what the company stands for. Now, he's probably talking about, he wants to speak with me on the phone. Now, get this. When you are, it's important that we understand ourselves. I monitor my behavior. I monitor everybody else. When you get to some starting stage in your life, and you make a change, people look at you and think they need to speak with me before their life will change. You don't need that. You will become what you think about. You don't need me to change your life. The action you need to take is in front of you. Take the action, and we'll speak after that. Because I don't sell. I'm not gonna force you. I don't know your financial situation. I don't know how badly you want to start a business. I don't know any of that. I knew that I wasn't spending time with my son That was enough for me. I didn't have a lot of money. I borrowed. I'm not going to tell you to go and borrow. I don't know if you have the same situation I do have. Here in the UK, all you need to do is get a job, have a job, and you walk into the bank, give them your payslip. They will give you a loan of 25K, provided you can pay that back. But back in Nigeria, it's impossible. They're going to ask you for all the property your father and mother has gathered together for for them to give you any amount of money. So the situation is not the same. I can't really. So speaking to me, it's okay. I speak to people who are already in the training. Let me show you guys. I train people for free. It's not, but I can't. If I tell you invest in a domain or build a website, and you don't have anywhere to do that, how can I help you? That's the question. How can I help you? I do. There's a training today is Tuesday. I do it every Saturday, 8 p.m. UK time. These guys, this is not gonna scroll down now. Okay, scrolling. Come on, baby, come on. It's a little bit slow because it's Zoom. So these people, I ask questions. This lady is in the United States. How she's just talking about how she started the business. This lady is in Canada. This guy set a goal to launch, build passive income from YouTube, which is what I do. I show you exactly what to do. We have trainers. I'm looking for, this is our training from webinar from last week. So if I just scroll down here in the middle, you will see, this is us working on the ladies. This lady is I think in Canada. So this is an hour long. No, it's about 2 hours long, almost 3 hours training. So this is not, this webinar, this group is not for talking. We don't talk. We are here for action. What are you doing? What are you trying to do in an online business? Let's help you. Show us what you're doing. So this happens every week. I read that book. The book said, if you do something every day, you will get consistency is the key. Consistent. So I know that if somebody is trying to talk to me, they're still in the fear phase. I'm not going to tell you to pay when I don't know your situation. But if someone that overcome that fear and you jump in the training every week, I know I can help you. If you say, I don't know how to build a website, I say, I have a training. I'll show you how to do it. I send it to them free. But when you are here and you want somebody to move you over here, you can't make the first step. You're stuck over here. It's like, give me your hand and you're running that way. I don't want to come that way. I'm heading this way. This is where salvation is. This is where victory. This is where $100,000 is. Let's go this direction. That's the way I would answer that question. I hope that helps. Yeah. So,
Mr. Pascal, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. First of all, honestly, I just want to say thank you for your time. You've been corresponding with me via my email. That was since from mid last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So here in Qatar, I am working as a safety officer in the construction sector. So that time, because of the work, you are tired. And because, just as you said, you need mentor to kind of pull you out or to give you a direction. So I've never had that, to be very honest with you. So you've been corresponding with me, but not until this COVID-19 incident that all of us have to stay back at home.
Yeah.
Now the safety job is no longer there. You have bills to pay and you are not earning income. And this country is very expensive, But that being said, I was happy that recently I took the courage, because you sent me a video, maybe your partner, Stout, right?
Sure, yeah.
Stout Rod, okay, fine. So yesterday, for the very first time, I waited for the webinar and I watched that your partner. And I was, wow. And these people have been sending me emails all this while. I hardly reply. I've never shown any seriousness. So I said, okay, it is time. I guess it is time for me to make that move. You understand? So basically, I don't know anything about digital marketing. I don't know anything about online business. And I am happy that we are talking today for the first time.
Yeah, this is not a phone call, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
This is not
So
like phone
I
call. At least you can see me. I can see you. You can see other people.
okay, yes.
Yeah.
So I am very happy. So what I want from you honestly is this. I am a novice. I don't know anything about all the online stuff and all that. I really, really want to be guided. Although naturally, I've always been an entrepreneur when I was in Nigeria.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
So, you just have to do what other people are doing.
Yeah.
So I have to
Right.
go into training. But I realized that much as I am in the safety industry, I don't have this fulfillment,
Yeah.
you know.
It's not
And
there.
honestly, I don't have this fulfillment. Today you have work, tomorrow you don't have work. Today you have work, tomorrow you don't have work. Not even that, there is no joy. I'm doing it fine, but I know something is missing, because I come from that background of you can make things happen, if
Yeah.
you put in more effort, but I came here and I became lazy, So honestly, I would really appreciate if
You're
people
not
can,
lazy. Don't say you're lazy.
yeah,
You don't. I always say we've all done the hardest bit. I don't know. I can relate to both of us. We share similar background. I remember queuing up in U.S. Embassy, applying for visa. I can't even count it. Multiple times, and they took all my money, never gave me the visa. Same thing. We are just trying to make ends meet. But now you get here, it's just this place is easy. But you can't if you follow the system which they created, you get sucked into it.
hmm,
And it's very easy. You get sucked into it. And once you get sucked, it's very difficult coming out.
hmm,
But you got to break it somehow. Otherwise, you just stay there for the rest of your life. I can
hmm,
tell you now, I've seen so many people who are here 30, 40 years, they can't travel back home. It's,
hmm,
it's like, I understand it. It's paradigm. This is what I'm sharing with you. There's fear, like you're saying, I don't know. Do you think I knew? I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to get out of that job. That was it.
hmm.
Then they said, pay this amount of money. I paid it. I knew one thing. Let me tell you the secret here. I'm Nigerian. I'm an Igbo boy.
Yeah.
They said you have 30 days money back guarantee. I said, all right, I'm going to lend this. Within these 30 days, I'll ask for my money back. That was how I coped. So I paid. But the truth was, that 30 days, I learned so much. I didn't make money online, but I learned so much. I'm like, in fact, I even got more than how much I paid from the education I got.
Yes.
I'm like, what's the point? What am I? If I leave now, where am I even going back to the same job? I paid again. And that's me today. So people, you look at me now, 3 years on, you say, do I have any special talent? No, I don't. The only truth is I read this book I just recommended to you. The book said, if you do something and if you fail, stand up and go do it again. That's just it. That's success there. Most people fail, they lose money, they give up. They go and jump into crypto, they lose money, they give up. They go and jump into Forex, they lose money, they give up. You do this. By the time, and each time you lose money, it takes you about 2-3 years to come back to that, realize that place you went back to, there's still no road there. You come back again, you're still faced with that same fear. So it's those that just stand still there rather than, is this quote by Martin Luther King? If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't run, crawl. But if you can't crawl, just keep moving. Don't stand still. So even there were some points I just couldn't see a way out. Like I told you, I spent a couple of grand. I'm like, how am I gonna get my money back? But I just stay. I never gave up because I was seeing there's another training. I was seeing based on the image I saw you, what affects your fives. I was seeing people that were successful. I was asking myself, why can't I be like these people? That was the question. Why can't I be like this boy? Why can't I make 10,000 in a single month? Why can't I do that? What is it that this boy knows I don't know? I'm gonna figure it out. And that was just it. Then I'll pay another month. Then I made my first sale. Within 10 months, I spent 1,000 the whole year or 2,000. I within 10 months I made the whole money back with profit. I'm like, whoa, what if I had given up 6 months ago? So now I understand why it's overcoming fear. Don't get me wrong. You got to look after yourself. You got to look after. There's some basic things that you have to do, not to get worried about the business, not to get worried about running an online business. You got to take care of your basic needs first. Then, if you have any disposable income, invested in your education is far much more important than anything. So that's training is. Let me tell you, the training is there. The training is not the problem. The problem is, will you show up for the training? Will you open the laptop to do the work? It's not the training is not missing. It's not going to disappear. This same training I'm talking to you is the same one I went through. Same training thousands of people have gone through to build different businesses online. Why did some people quit, and why? It's because once it gets hard, instead of them to ask for help, they just decide to call it a day, and you can't really help them. You can't do much about it. So for me, all I do is I that's in fact for me, I was on the verge of giving up. And I made a comment just like, God, if I ever make a dime in this training, in this online thing, I'm gonna help anybody that's gonna come through this path. That was like a vow. You do these things unconsciously. That point, I didn't know how to train people. I didn't know how to communicate with people. I don't have much in my YouTube channel. I don't have anything online, but I made that vow. So to keep that vow now, I have to start building all these things, creating all this. If not, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not living up to my words. So when you start the process, it's life changing. That's the only thing I can tell you. My wife is back there now with the kids. She will tell you the experience. It's not it's the best thing that we can ever think of, because there's nothing like you. Before I will come back at home, I will drive and park the car. I'll stay in the car so that everybody will sleep before I come in, because you don't want to argue with your spouse. You know, that kind of relationship. That's how it was. But now it's more like, babe, where are you? Come on, man, where my stuff now? You know, that kind of brother sister relationship. It's not like marriage. It's different. Some people are in marriage, but obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna complain too much. I just thank God for everything. Yeah, so let me breeze through some more questions. Thank you.
Pascal, I have a question. Varghese here. So I had similar experience like my colleague, the Kelechi.
Yeah.
If I spell you correctly, that that you are from Doha, I'm from Dubai, and I had the similar experience. I think more than a year, I started getting emails from you and Stuart, and I read it, I delete it, I read it. Some of them I'm not even deleting it, I'm reading it. Yeah. And then one day I got into a trouble, that where that one online trading company, it is called 70 Trade, based in UK, and they approached, and then I invested around $10,000 to make money. And what they have done, they said, okay, if you invest on this one, it started with the $500, and after that they said, okay, if you put 2,500 more, you will get this. If you put another one, and in a week time, you will get it. Like you said, that magic recipe I was looking for, to make it faster, the money. To cut the story short, that I did not do much of a research. I was suspecting, though, how can anybody make money like that fast? So I decided to go and Google it. Is it a fake company? Is it a problematic company? So that, to my surprise, again, that company was listed one of the fraud company. So then, that I had to go back and, that try to get the money, because I paid by credit card. So I blocked that card, and, that I recovered the money. Almost, I lost around $500 or $600, but I recovered the whole money.
I was lucky.
I was little quick enough, but now, like you said, okay, when you fall into this kind of trouble, you lose again the
Sorry, we can't hear you. I'm not sure why. Hello?
Can you hear now?
Yeah, we can now. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Somehow it is gone muted. So I was saying, that okay, I'm talking about the experience what I had. So you're kind of scared to jump into any of the online business.
Yeah.
So now I attended Stuart's seminar the other day,
Yeah.
and I was excited. He was saying, that okay, right now you enroll that, you get $90. You will be able to create your website, and then monthly that you need to pay $97. So that's where that you will get the support and the training and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is, I don't have any sort of experience in terms of creating a blog, in terms of doing an online training program, or I don't have any product to sell. So only thing I picked up what Stuart was saying, that if you don't know any of this, but you can be an affiliate marketing person,
Yeah.
and that affiliate marketing will lead you to make some money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is a way to go forward. And I need to tell you that, is there any age limit for a person to start this kind of business? Because I'm reaching my 60 years age. I'm not young anymore. Like you said, that I heard many times, yes, this is good, that is good. I ignored. And here comes me. There's a lot of uncertainty, what is happening. I thought maybe give it a try. So still, it is not 100% coming out from me. Yeah, let me go and let me do something. What sort of investment I need to have it? What sort of disposable income I need to keep it to make, to go forward with this kind of thing? What is the minimum I need to keep spare?
Yeah. From the first question, whether you have any technical skills or any of that, nobody starts this with any technical skill. What you have to ask yourself, do you have the desire to change your current situation? None of this training matters. If you can have all the money in the world, you can have all but if you lack that element, desire to change, it's not going to work. That's my own suggestion. And desire comes from disgust. I've had enough. You see, when I slammed the door on my son, I knew something needed to change. You don't need to tell me that. So, how much does it cost? How long is it going to take me? Became irrelevant. You get to that humble state to understand that I've spent this number of years on earth, and the truth is that we were lied to. I don't want to say it, but when you go through the process, you will discover it first. They call it a self-discovery process in life. It comes from parents. It comes from society. It comes from religion. There's so many things where I'm not, it's something, that's what I said in the beginning of the webinar. If you find something I say to you, take the one you want and live it. Because when you start the process, I did not have any product to sell when I started. So my idea of online business was I sell products in Amazon and I'll make money out of it. Then I came into the training. This is why I love the company. If you Google, they are the only company that have lasted more than 10 years in the whole online space world. I'm not saying this for a fact, but you wouldn't notice a lot of all these people that pop up online, they pop up, they go down. You just see new ones every day. But this company has only been the one because it takes time to get results. Internet is literally new. So it's not more about you have to. There's Pat and Dave. I was looking for their picture I took with them in Australia. They're 70 years old. John is 52. I don't know your name. Is V that is coming out. Paley.
Varghese.
Vegas. you see, the people that take action only, it's people who reach towards this between that 30 to 60 year, within that window. That's when we start, that question starts happening. Internal question starts happening. Because everybody that has been here, when you ask that question, it's Stuart will take you through a program. The module 2 is very brilliant. It will take you to a program. You will look back to yourself and look at your children. You see the damage that has been done. This is not just a course. You see, it's not a course. It's not. It's not. Look at me. I am African from Nigeria. How come I'm have a YouTube channel? Most people will say, "Why do you say?" Because I answer a lot of questions on YouTube channel. Just post questions. I don't try to sell, but I try to get people to understand that nobody's going to do this for you. You have to go through. The only person that can answer this question is you. Like me, if you can, go through that 30 days. If possible, you have a phone, set an alarm. Say, if I don't learn something within these 30 videos, I'll ask for my money back. Then listen to El Nightingale that I referred to you guys. Then go through the training for that 30 days period, doing what else told you to do in that audio, going through this training. If your life doesn't change, if your life doesn't change, ask them to give you your money back. You don't have it, but at least you will gain some knowledge. I will invite you to my webinar, then you will see what other people are doing. There are people, I'm not going to tell you what, if you want to say how much do you need, I can tell you, you just need a couple of $200 you start. That's pitching. That's now, as I grow, I may have done that a year ago or 6 months ago, but now understanding that this is people, life, you're the best person that can deal with that because your situation is completely different. If I tell you now, I borrowed money from the bank, can you? I don't know if you have the kind of income I do have. So your experience will teach you what to do. There's a lady in the community, she's just paying that $97 a month. She has built a 6-figure business. What's her why? Her son has got cancer on her leg. She's looking for funds to help. So she doesn't have the big budget that you've got 10 grand. She hasn't got that. She hasn't got that on credit. So she's just passionately building her thing, religiously taking it one day at a time. That's the success there, because it will compound. I want to build a YouTube channel. You're not going to shoot 100 videos a day. You have to build over time. So that's success. So people change their life within 6 months. I'm not talking about it. Let me show you now. Let me show you. I hope I can do this. Let me stop sharing. People change their lives within 6 months, and the training understands what, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'll show you. When you look to change, there's something called Amazon FBA business. Amazon FBA, people that launch products in Amazon and sell them, import them from China, send them all over the world. What creates success is when you're working with people of like-minded people. Every day you're doing something to create the change that you want. It's gonna be Photopia challenge groups. So there's something called, the training has got, let me share the screen. This is completely different business model. You just have to understand there are different, that's why the company will share it with you. This is tribe, but this is challenge. Challenge means we are like, look, 961 people. We don't compete with each other. It's what El Nightingale said in that book. That's what we do in this challenge. Do something every single day and post it here. Accountability. That shows that you're actually doing something to change your life. Because your life is not going to change overnight. It will change gradually. You're looking to form a habit that will take hold of you. When you wake up in the morning, you already know what to do. That will be leading you towards the desired life that you have. It's not complicated. So to create this habit, you need to, what's that slide? You need to understand, create your ideal day. I don't know if you can see my screen. You need to create the idea. If you create, this is how I want my life to look like in 1 year from now. Then you start I want to start let's say I want to start a business online. You don't have, you get into the training. They tell you, you say, I need to complete module 1 before the end of the week. You go through module, I need to complete module 2. And they will give you a task of what to do. You complete it. It's who does these things. You stay humble to learn these things. And you will see people like you. And when you jump into the group and you see somebody like your age who is even older than you, you'll be like, wow, if this guy can do this, I can do it. You see, that kicks into your consciousness, because you will still have doubt. I can't do this because for me, I was in that training. I was seeing these guys. I felt I was more knowledgeable than them, because you've got experience right in your hands now. 60 years of almost 50, 60 years of experience is no joke. So if you got that passion, if you really want to do it, that's the step. That's the journey. So if you, let's say you have 1,000 to invest. I'm launching a product now. My goal is how can I use 1,000 to launch a business in Amazon? Because my intention is to teach people in Africa how to do this. That's like a 5-year, 10-year goal that I have. How can I build a curriculum? Because they can't pay in Nigeria. This $97 we pay here, it's like 50K. That's like someone's salary in a month. They can't afford it. So how can I bring that cost to help those people that are standing in embassy not to be there? These boys that are coming out of the college not knowing anywhere to go with their life. How can I help them reduce costs for them? Because I can't send them this training to go through. Because but this is the secret. If I make $1,000 profit, they make here, it's not going to be able to pay my rent. But back home, it could take them for the whole 500K is like $500,000. That was a huge amount of money. It's just the knowledge to be able to do that. If they can plug into it and play around with it. I was talking to, so I can't do it by myself. So all these people, majority of these people you see in the group, we are like brainstorming how we can help people, because we're going to make money out of it, but it's not really, that's the way business works. If you carrying yourself, your problem at hand, it's just, but if you're thinking for a country to help a country, the vision, you create a vision and you start working towards that vision. And that vision guides you. Where the money is just a byproduct of you don't see Bill Gates or any of these rich people carrying their money around, showing that I have money. It's just that love they have in giving people back. So it's, like I said, if it's Amazon FBA, they recommended 500 to 1,000 minimum. It's the affiliate marketing is $100 and $97 a month to get started. So that's what I will say to you. But again, none of the prices matters unless you make the decision over the next 30 days that you're going to do something about it. 2 hours a day is enough. But we're in lockdown. You could do 10 hours a day. The same hours you give in your work, give it to the business. And you will see what kind of change will be created in your life.
That's great, Pascal. That's great. Thank you for the clear explanation. So that what next? That I should do. I should that sign up with the stewards that last email and that click that button, or how do I
sign up with that one, because you will get, that's a new one he released to help people in COVID-19. That's why I said when you want to help people, it's much more powerful. There's a training he released literally to help people who don't have budgets. Okay. Because a lot of people think they need a lot of budget. There's one, but again, you have to understand if you don't have money, you have to invest more time in it. But if you have money, it gives you, but it's not like gambling. It's online business is not gambling. I don't want to say if you put more money, the more money you get out. Focus on what I share with you today, changing that habit to create the life you want. That's what's going to create the change, permanent change for the rest of your life. Yeah, follow the link Stuart sent you. That should work. Or if you want, I can pop in one in the chat now. You guys can grab it. Sabrina Coates. This is This is very admirable, Pascal, to teach others to be successful and improve the quality of. My sister, once you find good thing, you share it. You don't keep it to yourself. The old system says keep it. When you make a whole lot of money, then you start sharing people. No, no, just carry people along. There's no. I don't. What if I drop that tomorrow? I'll drop that with all this knowledge. It doesn't make sense. Help people, and God's work is being. Robert Kiyosaki say you're doing God's work. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna breeze through. I think we're over time. I was gonna see if I can breeze through some more questions that I've got. If anybody's on the call, I'll just give you honors. And since you're here, if not, I've got a Prince.
I don't know what you mean by. I was gonna see if I can Bristol some more.
That's my Mark talking. Thanks for all the information so far. I really want to call you again. I think I've answered that one. Good evening. This is from Ndi. Thank you for a wonderful message and encouragement. Is it possible to have a telephone chat again? People that want to chat, jump on this call. We get much more value out of it. Can I do the online business in Nigeria? Because I want to go back to Nigeria. Isaac, yes, this is a very good one. Now, I get a lot of questions from people in Africa that want to do online business. Now, knowing what I know now, it's possible. But there are some things I need to verify myself before I can give you a concrete answer. Yes, you can develop some skills in terms of videography, learn how to edit video and all that, and sell your skills online, which is great, but you got to learn the art. Now, to do it with SFM, like I said earlier, is $97 a month. Now, if you're in Nigeria, that's $50K a month. It's a lot of money back home. That's like a salary. But if you're here in the UK, it's like next to nothing. If you have a job, if you have discipline with yourself, you should be able to afford it. But the irony of the situation is, when you're here, earning $1,000 a month is not going to do you much. But if you're over there in Nigeria, $1,000 or Africa is a lot of money. So you could basically live off that. So that's, I'm thinking of, there's a business model called Amazon FBA, which is literally what I'm going through to really understand the process. I can't give you a specific answer on that, but I know it's possible. So, but I want to do it myself. I don't just want to pitch it and sell it. Sell is like trying to sell something I've not done. That's misleading. I don't want to do that. So that's why I've invested in the training myself. It's $2,500. And there's some, I bought some software. I'm paying for another software today. I'm looking for people to partner with me for us to go through the training. So I'm not going to give you, what I would recommend to you is, there's a 90-day buffer. Come in and ask as many questions as you want so that you're not waiting for me with my 5-year goal. Does that make sense? You're not waiting for me to achieve my goal before your own life starts kicks in. Don't do that. Go through the process yourself and make up your mind. So you're not banging on me. Hawaii, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. So yeah, Hawaii on mute. Can you hear me now? Your phone number, your name is not coming out, so I'm just coming out Huawei Pro. No, you might need to check your video settings because we can't hear you. No. So let me just, while we're waiting for you, let me see if I can grab one more question. Thank you so much, Adi. I've done that one. London, hope you're real or safe for journey. Elaine drop. Okay, I've signed up with SFM. Elaine, someone just signed up. That's great. I'll see you. So if you sign up, I'll be inviting you to join my group and where I can help you as well, support you if that's what you're looking for. I always do that. Then Gideon, thank you. I should create a website so I can start selling. Or it's just one phone. I don't know how to start. I can't have so little money this coming week, but I tell you how to start. So I have to create a website. How are you? And am I able to sell my skincare products? I have my own online skincare business. Yes, Marino, if you've got your own online skincare product, what do you have to understand? Like I said, is mentoring. We hear people, I make money online, and you jump into it without a mentor. It's going to be difficult for you to be profitable, make money, understand how it works. So if you rewatch this training, you should see what I shared with you. It's get a training that would help you. All right, guys. I think we are literally over the hour, and I can't. Let me see if I can see any more questions. Thank you so much. This has been a very educating session. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Yeah,
Pascal,
anybody got a question?
can you send that link? Where we can join.
Okay. Let me put it in the chat now. See if you guys can grab it whilst I'm here. So you pretty need to click on it once it's in the chat. It should take you straight to the application page. Chats to everyone. So to everyone. So if you go to the link now, I'll put it in the chat. It's kind of a gibberish long link. So just if you click on it, it should open on your browser. Or if you can copy it, it should give you a page like this. Let me show you guys. So that I was not intending to even share this link, and so it'll give you a page like this. This is the same training I used. So this is new training Stuart did. It will take you to the application page. It will assign you. Let me walk you through since you guys are here. So once you sign up, this is your first few steps. Where is that bit again? Let me just log in. Log in here. So it will take you through a series of steps, modules to complete. So what I would recommend to you, the first thing is book a call with your consultant. They will assign you a consultant to work with you. That will help you understand whether you're going to do affiliate marketing, e-commerce, your own business, or whether you have your own business and you want to bring it online. They would help. They are designed to guide you step by step, and obviously they will help you create a business plan, understand how you want to grow your business. That's what the training is all about. It's not it gets overnight success stuff, but it's people change their night. If you want to get results fast, listen to what follow through the training as simple as step by step as they show it to you. That would guide you. Then what's the other step? Then you just need to there'll be module 1. You obviously that gives you access to the whole module. Yeah, but it gives you access again to the new platform, which is this one. I don't want to overwhelm you. It's very important that I don't overwhelm you with information. But just know that everything you need is linked to LinkedIn as well. There's over 10,000 courses on LinkedIn if you want to learn. So the reason I don't want to overwhelm you, take it like John will say is an elephant. Chop one small, eat it, and every single day you just keep taking one small chunk out of it. Within 6 months, you devour the elephant. That's just the way you want to look at it. So there will be steps, they will be guiding you. I'll be sending you emails to join us every Saturday. Today is Tuesday, and you can join us. I literally have another meeting with some people, and I hope to see you guys. And I'll be sharing some of the tips I use with you guys as well. So if you happen to join the training. Apart from that, God bless you. Stay safe and look after your family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.